lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to. He's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore, and that's something that needs to change.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Robinson. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Boris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
Walker the pass to Tice. On the wing, Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Back to Hayward. And Hayward at the stuff.
I don't think you can let Gordon Hayward get free around the rim. This guy will throw it down and leave no doubt.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Outside Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, a little show and tell from the Butler. Jimmy giving the fans their money's worth.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to speak with Brad Stevens for just a minute, and he said Jimmy Butler poses a challenge. One of the top wing players in the league and one of the hardest workers. You have to bring your heart out or he'll embarrass you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Robinson passes to Nunn. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Tice.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Hayward against Butler. Shoots it up. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I think you've got to go over the screen on Gordon Hayward, because if you don't, he's going to pull the trigger quickly.
Butler passes to Nunn. Back to Butler. Over Hayward. Butler can't get that one to fall.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Well, Gordon Hayward's so good in the catch-and-shoot situations.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Butler from outside. Butler missing again.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Walker, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
First free throw is good.
In the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Celtics leading by 6. Brown outside. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. For Miami, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And the shot is good.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty pass from Jimmy Butler, and you've got to have special vision to make it.
Walker surveying the floor. Pass to Tatum from past the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Butler against Hayward. Tice with the ball. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Boston leading by 3. Walker finds Tatum. Brown outside. They get a hand on it. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Nunn passes to Jones. Robinson against Brown. 6 to shoot. And it's Butler missing.
Well, this guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Brown dishes to Tatum. There's the lob to Brown.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Outside Robinson. And Adebayo throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And Walker kicks to Tice. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Walker with a clean look. No good on the 3. And it's Jones with the ball for the Heat. They trail by 3. Here's Nunn. Outside Butler. Nunn passes to Butler. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Wow, very close to a potential and one. Butler converting through contact.
Walker finds Tice. Here's Tatum. And here's Walker outside. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Nunn. Pass the Butler. To the inside. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Butler. And the Heat lead by 1. Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And Walker kicks to Tice. Back to Walker. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Nunn passes to Butler. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And that one's good by Butler. Butler's got 6 points.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. And there's the pass to Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And you look at Jason Tatum able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is interchangeable at either position because his scoring can be devastating. For Jason Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit.
Brown right side. He doesn't hit that one. The Heat go the other way with it. Throws it up high, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Well, just terrific unselfishness from the veteran forward. Jimmy Butler more than willing to pass if he finds a teammate open. Outside,
Walker, pass to Hayward. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Butler. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Heat, their last game, a loss to Charlotte. Here's Walker. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Walker. Nunn can't get it to fall. Austin's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Over to the left wing. And here's Walker. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Passes it to Butler. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day by day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. And Miami with a change here, too. Crowder's checked in. Good on both.
Well, what you love about Jimmy Butler to me is he can carry an offense. He can also affect the game with his high-level defense. That is the rarest of rare combinations. It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And Hayward with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Butler on the wing. Defended by Hayward. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now some of the numbers NBA wingmen have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. The 4th spot held by Gordon Hayward.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
You know, in addition to that patience and efficiency, they're each extremely talented natural scorers. They've got the kind of precise form all young players would do well to replicate.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Pass to Cantor. Back to Walker. Shot clock at 5. He kicks it to Cantor. And he overshot that one, missing.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
The feed now to Crowder. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Butler. A shot, no good. Hayward with some nice D.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Butler passes to Nunn. And Brown over to help. And Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 12.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Now Cantor. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Nailed from three-point land.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hayward against Butler, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, with his power and explosiveness, when Butler gets inside, it's typically a bucket, a trip to the line, or sometimes worse, both.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
The first one falls. The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. And so Butler nails both of them. Here's Walker. He has 7. Can't hit from the elbow. Jimmy Butler has been on display for Miami. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back to the action after this word. Marquee matchup tonight. Jimmy Butler says he loves to go up against the best.
I'm one that if you're the best in the world, I want to see it, and I wake up for these games. I want to know, how do you do it? And you're going to have to do it every night when you go up against me.
That's the hard-working mentality Butler provides. A two-way threat, Greg, who wants to dominate the top players at his position.
And Butler has really embraced being a leader. You can tell he lives for these types of matchups and games.
And it's been a pretty even game here.
Kevin, as dangerous a scorer when he feels his rhythm and pace as there is in the league. Jimmy Butler cooking right now.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Shoots over Crowder. Tatum's shot is off.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Smart finds Walker. No good from outside. The Heat leading by 4. Knocks it loose and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Hayward. Over the last month, getting it done. He's putting up about 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
The pass to Walker. Boston, no good that time either.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Dragic against Walker. Hero passes to Butler. Kicks to Olynyk. Lets it go from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
Olynyk giving the defense no time to react. Quick catch and shoot.
Walker in the post. He's guarded by Dragic. Walker the pass to Cantor. Banked in off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Hero. Guarded by Smart. Here's Hero. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he misses his first shot. Hayward with the ball. Pass to Tatum. He kicks it to Walker. Here's Cantor. He's guarded by Dragic. Now, here's Cantor. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Count it. Now it's just a 3-point Miami lead.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Dragic looking for an opening. Butler against Hayward. Butler attacking over Hayward. Rebounded by the Celtics. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Smart passes to Tatum. No good that time. And Miami the other way now. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Butler. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Miami. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Again, the miss by the Heat. Celtics trail by 3. Outside, Walker to the paint. Cantor. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Well, might be the end of the regular season, Doris, but tonight's game has postseason implications.
What's better for an NBA team late in the year than to have a great test with a highly competitive group you're looking opposite? So obviously you want to play tough, meaningful games in preparation for the playoffs. This is going to be great.
Playoff atmosphere, you're right. That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, Enes Kanter continues to prove his worth, guys. An outstanding player on the offensive end.
And it's Dragic off the drive. He gets it in there.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Passes it to Cantor. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one, no good.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's Miami with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Don't make any mistake. Andre Iguodala's been around a while, but the hops are still part of the game.
Outside, Smart. Tatum drives in. Hayward trying to get open. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Tatum.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Dragic against Tatum. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Miami needs to get a shot off. Olynyk can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bounce pass from Tatum. Walker against Iguodala. Walker's shot is off.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Iguodala. And no good. Good work defensively by Smart. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
Dragic the pass to Hero. Iguodala outside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Out to Hayward for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That
switch against Walker. It's Dragic with the drive. Miami no good on that time either. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Guys, this guy is a natural-born scorer. Jason Tatum finding his groove.
The Heat trail by 3. Now the pass to Olynyk. Here's Hero. Back to Dragic. Olynyk dishes to Dragic. On the wing, Iguodala. That shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. That one good for 2. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Well, Marcus Smart has a knack for understanding where missed shots are going to come off, and he's got the vertical to get on the glass. Nice.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
What I love about Marcus Smart is every single trip up the floor, this guy is going to be in your grill, and it cannot be a pleasant experience to have this man guarding you.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Leonard comes in for Jay Crowder. Dragic finds Iguodala. Leonard the bounce pass. Here's Hero. No points in the game yet for him. Clock at 6. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Boston leading by 5. Inside, Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Iguodala, the pass to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Tatum. Here's Smart. It's hauled in by Hero. The Heat trail by 7. Iguodala outside. Passes it to Hero. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Good work defensively by Smart.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Hero passes to Adebayo. Rebound, Kemba Walker. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. 7-point differential.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
First one falls for. No, Greg, defense are given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. And so, Smart nails both of them.
You know what I love, Kevin, is Marcus Smart just continues to improve. We know he's a powerful athletic guard, but he wants to keep building different aspects of his game.
Timeout called, the Heat. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. In the action means we can check out the best defensive teams in the league this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Celtics second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Silva, the pass to Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. Over Williams. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Nunn. Shoots over Walker. No good off the back of the rim. Up top, Tatum. He's covered by Iguodala. Tatum's shot is off. The Heat trail by 11. Over to the wing. Here's Nunn. And no good. The tri-spell continuing for him.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Celtics have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Boston making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in. And you look at Jaylen Brown, the third pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness. Bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Here at the numbers for Marcus Smart. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging about 18 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Robinson left side. The pass to Nunn. Over Tatum. Miami no good on that time either.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And part of the reason they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here in the second.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Tatum. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Nunn.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Pass to Tatum. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Leonard. And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better, or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He had 16 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
You can see working out with Kobe Bryant has been great for Jason Tatum. A better ball handler now, able to create space off the dribble. He looked like an old pro in the first half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Looking to end his cold spell, and that one is stuffed right through.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Hayward against Butler. Tatum, and the layup's good off the glass. Tatum's got 18 points in the game.
I think Gordon Hayward's height and length makes him a difficult cover. In the pick and roll, this guy is superb at slicing passes through the defense.
Robinson passes to Nunn. Softly drops in the floater. Nunn's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Lays it up off the glass. 13 points in the game.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Walker. Adebayo with the bucket.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Celtics leading by 15. Passes to Brown. And Brown throws it down.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. On high school at a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. Wow. I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Deep two from Robinson. Some solid defense from Brown.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Butler against Hayward. It's stolen by Adebayo. Down low, Butler. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Butler's got 18 points.
Well, the confidence that Jimmy Butler displays on a nightly basis is awesome. This guy, as an interior scorer, is a force.
Pass to Walker. To the inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Here's Nunn. He's got 8. Robinson for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tice has got 5 rebounds tonight. Tatum passes to Brown. Robinson with the block. To the paint. High arcing shot, and it's Butler laying it in. Butler's got 20 points.
Well, this is a move that Butler has developed to counter defenses that want to play him for the drive.
To the middle. Here's Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 16.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Outside, Walker. Shot from 12. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
The Heat trail by 16. Timeout called the Heat. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
Taking a look at some of the stats here for Jimmy Butler. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's around 18 points per game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
The pass to Dragic. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Kemba Walker. Walker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Brown. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. Trailing by 19. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And a look at the 2K leaderboard now with the list of centers and power forwards who have been in a great rhythm at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Tice, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
Now, that is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Not at all. They've got the kind of ability at the line that would be exceptional at any position. You can't defend them as physically as you would some other big men because of just how reliable they are up there.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Both free throws good from Dragic. Celtics leading by 17. Walker the pass to Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Oh my goodness, Kevin Brown finishes off the drive, not simply laying it in, but a message of authority on the dunk.
Unloads from 13. And it's Butler missing. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far.
Well, Gordon Hayward obviously still working his way back to peak form. Let's remember, this guy was an all-star in 2017. We know he can be a franchise guy.
Dragic kicks to Butler. Back to Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. From about 19 feet. Tries again. That shot is off. Great D that time from Tatum.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Oh, the power on that Pruden.
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Celtics leading by 21. Walker the pass to Hayward. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, of late, Gordon Hayward has now started to play the game with an edge, and I love his ability to get to the bucket and make the defense foul him.
It's his first trip to the line.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Free throw drops for Hayward.
Well, you have to appreciate the fundamentals that Gordon Hayward possesses. This guy is a tremendous shooter. He's an aggressive rebounder, smart passer, playmaker. What can he do, guys?
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Hayward hits them both. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Dragic against Walker. And the basket by Olynyk.
I think excellent touch from the post, and you get the sense they trust Olynyk here. Fantastic at utilizing his size.
Here's Walker. Makes it off the glass. Walker's got 15 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Adebayo. Outside Dragic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 8 points for him.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Walker the pass to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Yeah, this is the very definition of feeling it. Jaylen Brown taking smart shots and playing perfectly within the team schemes.
Passes it to Adebayo. No good that time. Excellent D there from Williams.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. And Miami also making a switch. Leonard, he's checked in for Adebayo. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Outside, Walker. Dishes to Williams. Hayward, right side. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Celtics leading by 23. They double team Walker. Feeds to Brown. On its way from Hayward for two. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 17 points for Gordon Hayward. The Heat shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Here's Butler, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaylen Brown.
I think you've got to play Jimmy Butler a little bit more honest than you do there. He's adept at drawing those kinds of calls.
He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far. And the first one at the line is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Kemba Walker. And so Butler nails both of them. Boston leading by 23. Here's Wanamaker. Hayward outside. Back to Wanamaker. Just 5 on the clock. Hayward outside, takes the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Pass to Dragic. Back to Butler. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hayward. Here's Smart. And it's in off the backboard. Smart's got 6.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Dragic. Plays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
1:33 left in the third. Hayward passes to Brown and finished off by Brown.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
Outside Dragic. And here is Butler. He's got 24. There's the pass to Hero. Drops in the tray. Hero's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Dragic. Shot from 12. He's off on that one. The Heat go the other way with it. Snatched away. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. That's now 8 points for Marcus Smart.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Hero, and it goes down 2 points.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Celtics leading by 22. Now Brown. He's got 24. Three-pointer. Missed.
You really appreciate the relentlessness of Jimmy Butler. This guy is one of the elite wing defenders in the league.
And so it's Boston, cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Heat shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5.
You know, we call that great recognition of the situation. He knew where the double team on him was coming from. A teammate was open somewhere, and he found him.
Smart goes in. Miami grabs the miss. There's the feed to Butler. And he uses the glass on the layup. Butler's got 12 points in just the second half.
Gotta show more muscle to keep him off that low block.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think, Greg. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
And Wanamaker has it in the corner. 5 on the clock. Here's Williams, and it's blocked. Outside Robinson. Here's Butler. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Butler's got 30 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. Outside Williams. Smart on the wing. Shoots. Boston again missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Here's Brown. Great tee that time from Leonard.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Inside. And he makes good on the layup.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Smart against Robinson. There's the three. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Smart, wide open, he fires. Off target from three-point range. The Heat trail by 16. Here's Nunn. And the basket is good. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 13 assists.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Up top, Brown, defended by Butler. And it's Brown missing. The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Pass to Butler. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Brown. Boston leading by 14. Unloads from 13. Count it. Good. Brown's got 26.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him. His pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Nunn passes to Robinson. Butler against Brown. Butler, no good. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Wanamaker, defended by Butler. The kick out to Williams. A three-pointer, no good. The Heat trail by 16. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Nunn passes to Silva. Williams with the block, and he recovers it. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Leonard kicks to Robinson. Here's Silva. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Celtics leading by 16. Here's Wanamaker. Passes it to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. Puts it up. That one wide left.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And the shot goes down.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, what phenomenal work deep inside the post. Smart, willing, and able to get himself to the line.
And that one falls for Smart. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. And so, Smart nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Pass to Nunn. Outside Robinson. Out to the right wing. And Tatum over to help. Back to Robinson. Over Smart. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Smart finds Brown. Back to Smart. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Butler. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 16 here in the second half.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
And the pass to Tatum. Pulls up. But they get it back. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistakes.
And Brown over to help. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Puts it up from 17. Good work there as it goes. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
To the paint. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Nunn passes to Butler. From outside the arc. He can't hit that time. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Smart goes in and slam dunk by Smart.
You know, this is in part what makes Marcus Smart very dangerous, right? He can slice into the defense. He's got that remarkable speed to get where he wants.
Kicks it to Butler. Shoots over Brown. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Smart dishes to Tatum. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Nunn. There's the double team with Walker. Nunn passes to Adebayo. And here is Butler. unloads from 13, and the jumper is on the mark. Butler's got 36.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Walker the pass to Smart. There's the triple. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And that's now 17 points for Marcus Smart.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Walker, and Tatum over to help. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 12 points in just the second half.
And that is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
And the Heat call time here. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, it's his job to keep their offense ticking, and tonight he's earned his keep. He's been able to find open teammates everywhere, feeding the post, creating open jump shots on the perimeter. His passing has been the best element of his game.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. And here are the Heat now. Dragic gets the bucket.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Celtics leading by 19. Here's Wanamaker. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Boston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Kemba Walker.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
A step back shot here. Tatum's shot is off. And here are the Heat now. It's an 18-point game. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Pass to Tatum. Brown with it. Just 5 to shoot. Boston again missing. And even 3-on-3 break. Robinson kicks to Dragic. Launches it. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just...
You know, Bill, you've seen Gordon Hayward work his way back from injury. How much longer do you think until he's 100% both physically and mentally?
Well, he's basically lost 2 years. You know, he lost the first year, obviously, because of the injury. And then the second year was really up and down. And he would have these waves where he was confident for a week or two. And then it would just go away again. Heading toward the playoffs, he looked great. And then it went away again. Right. And I always felt like he had a little bit of PTSD from the injury where there would be times where he just didn't want to drive in traffic and bounce off people and play in the air. And if you watch him in Utah, that was all the stuff that made him special. Like, he was a really athletic player, and when you lose that, it's hard to get back. It's hard to trust, like, when you land, somebody's foot's not going to be there.
It's like if you blew a knee, you're always worried about people down around you, right?
So the role model would be Paul George, because Paul George, you could see the first year he came back, it was a lot of the same. You know, he was a little nervous in the air. He wasn't as physical as he used to be, and then it came back and then some. So the hope with Hayward is that that happens.
Absolutely. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Robinson. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Butler trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Charlotte. Rebounded by the Celtics. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. And he wants his guys to hone in on Kemba Walker, who continues to be one of the most dangerous shot creators the league has to offer. Containing him early and forcing him to give up the ball early as well will be pivotal. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Walker. The Heat getting the bucket. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Tatum. The kick out to Walker. 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
Robinson passes to Jones. Heat moving the ball around. Walker against Robinson. Outside Butler. Over Brown. It's not going to go for him. And it's Boston the other way. Bill, do you ever think we're going to eliminate conferences in the NBA playoff seeding?
I think that they would have done a 16 seed no conference playoff format years ago. I think they're really worried about the travel, though. And they've looked at it, and they've really studied it, and they've looked at the effects of, let's say Boston plays Portland in round 1, and you're flying 3,100 miles or 3,200 miles in 3 time zones and all that stuff, and it's a 2-2-1-1-1 series. What is the effect on the team if it goes 7? I think they're really afraid of it. I wish they did it. I don't like the conferences. I don't really understand them. And over the course of NBA history, they've been really confused by the conferences. I wrote about this in the book of basketball, where we had years where San Antonio was playing in the East for a while, and Baltimore was in the West. Which, go look at a map. Baltimore being in the West is ridiculous. Baltimore was in the West and Philly was in the East, and they're like 50 miles away from each other.
Yeah, made no sense.
So they've never really 100% figured out the conferences. And I just think the 1 through 16 makes more sense.
It would sure be better basketball.
It would be better.
Yeah. No good on the second free throw.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Down kicks to Walker. Here's Hayward. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
None. It's rebounded by Tice. Boston leading by 7. On its way from Hayward for 2. And again, it's Boston converting.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Butler against Hayward. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, you got to love the respect Butler gets from the defense. He's no stranger to getting fouled hard while shooting.
Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway. But there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening, like Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It's formed you as a professional, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Robinson passes to Nunn. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Miami.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line. And when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
And that one falls for Tatum.
3rd pick in that 17 NBA draft after a strong rookie campaign. I think Tatum was going to be around for a while.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
2 points. That one goes. And Bill, of the championships you've watched the Celtics win, do you have a favorite?
I do, actually. 1984. Came back against the Lakers in the Kevin McHale clothesline game. Brought them back to the Garden for Game 5. It was so hot Kareem had to wear the oxygen mask. And then finished them off in Game 7.
Rambis was the recipient of that clothesline,
he was.
Yes.
And he deserved it. It's not like he didn't deserve it. But the Celtics were just tougher that year. I try to forget that the next year they came back and beat the Celtics.
Here's Brown. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Walker taking his time here. Butler against Hayward. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Butler.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Rebounded by the Celtics.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The Heat trail by 8. Nunn passes to Butler. Yep, that one goes in there. Butler's got 5 points so far.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Now Tice. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Here's Nunn following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Nunn passes to Robinson. He kicks to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Fader on the way. Butler missing again.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And stolen by Hayward. Outside Tatum. Outside Walker. Hayward against Butler. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, you try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke.
I emulate all stretch fours who don't
Yes.
guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
You are. You're a great screen
set some picks.
You're a great pick and roll. Walker's shot is off.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Trying to get something going. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Nunn's got it back down to within single digits for Miami. Walker dishes to Brown. For 3, Hayward goes back up, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
Celtics have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
And that one misses. The Heat trail by 11. Here's Butler. Walker with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Robinson. Misses the fallback J. Celtics leading by 11. Seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. We've seen John Wall as the worst case scenario, but the situation Charlie was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team, and now his supermax is 240 million instead of 180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year for somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position, to be honest, where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's 120. How are you going to put a good team around?
You can't maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like 32 million or something. Make it so that it's not prohibitive.
A percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his cap figure is 32, even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people could compete with it.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Heat have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
First free throw is good. Smart's checked in for Boston. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Boston leading by 14. Smart goes in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. In a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And he knocks down the first one. Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K esports league is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the off season. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency, and then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer
coming
leagues
up.
happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Right. Shot clock at 5. And it's Butler missing.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. Missed inside. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K esports league just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, and just in basketball, so much more than the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals, and you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
And it was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston, and I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me, and it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Yeah, right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
The Heat trail by 13. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
And still stay competitive.
Build
So they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Heat, we've got Jay Crowder. Dragic is out there with Hero. And there's Iguodala. And it's Olynyk in at the center position. And both free throws good from Crowder. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. At one point, they led by 16. Brown outside. That three off the mark. The Heat trail by 11. As to Hero. The dish to Crowder. Just 4 to shoot. And Dragic with the basket on the assist from Crowder.
Well, getting the ball off the dribble to the bucket is one of Dragic's strengths. You can't afford to let him get that close to the rim, or he's going to get you.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Crowder against Tatum. The pass to Cameron. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Brown. That shot off. Good defense by Iguodala. Hero passes to Dragic. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Well, even though Dragic gets hit on the play, you clearly see it there. He possesses the strength and focus to get that one to go.
Here's Walker. Rejected by Dragic. Outside Crowder. Good ball movement here by Miami. And it's Iguodala missing. Boston leading by 7. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Brown outside. Takes a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Stolen by Walker. Passes it to Smart. Finished off the break. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Yeah, nice play by Smart. Under control in transition. Something also he's improved at.
Outside Crowder. Pass to Hero. Kicks it to Dragic. Got a hand on it.
That's good footwork from the big man. As Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Dragic against Walker. No good. Shot missing. Now the Heat take it the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Here's Crowder. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
Clearly a foul.
Miami shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw good. Crowder.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Celtics leading by 8. Outside, Walker. Here's Smart. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Pass to Dragic. Shoots over Walker. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got 6.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Kanter finds Walker. Rebound by Olynyk. The Heat trail by 8. Crowder, the pass to Hero. Back to Crowder. Iguodala against Brown. Outside Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Walker. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the pass to Walker. Outside, Smart. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Hero. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low, here's Dragic. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Kanter with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. There's Walker with the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And Olynyk kicks to Iguodala. The kick out to Dragic. His 3-pointers off the mark. Boston leading by 6. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Walker's got 7 points in the game.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Smart. Heat also with the sub. Leonard's checked in. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. 8-point game. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way up. Dragic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Walker. Rebound by the Heat. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Over Walker. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Dragic. Now just a 4-point Celtic lead. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Walker the pass to Tatum. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
A guy who has lived up to lofty expectations. Tatum impacts the game across the board.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Well, we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Adebayo.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Bam Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Butler comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Williams, here we go. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Hero. He's covered by Brown. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Hero. Celtics shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. They double-team Walker. Pass to Williams. Second shot opportunity. Got a piece of it.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Shots good by Hero.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Got a piece of it. And here we go. It's Butler. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Butler's got 10.
And Butler looking like the Tasmanian devil on the break. You can't give him any room to run or you might get your feelings hurt.
And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Friday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W.
And the first one drops. Boston making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in. Kemba Walker hits them both. Miami trailing. Dragic the pass to Butler. With some arc, Dragic gets the bucket. He's got 12.
Really looks to be in the zone here. His teammates should look to get him the ball as much as possible.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Hayward outside. The three. Good. The nice assist for Williams. 16 points for Gordon Hayward.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Walker against Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And you gotta like the power of Butler. Just a terrific athlete who throws it down when he can get close to the rim.
Tatum finds Williams. Pass to Walker. Now here's Tatum. He's covered by Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Goran Dragic.
And this is going to be an asset for Tatum. His ability to get to the line, very good at using his body to draw contact.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And that one falls for Tatum.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
And so Tatum nails them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Dragic against Walker. Dragic the pass to Hero. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Looking now at the numbers for Butler. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
It keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
1:37 left in the first half. Drills it from outside. Butler's got 7 now in this quarter.
Got to get out on Butler from beyond the arc. His three-point stroke continues to improve.
And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will.
Right,
There's your number right here on my speed
you
dial.
have my number. Call me.
You know, Brent, it's a different kind of broadcast with Bill Simmons mic'd up. He lets it rip.
Well, the thing about Bill is he's not going to hold back. He has some great, strong opinions, and he backs it up with a lot of facts due to the fact that he knows the history of the game quite well.
Now here's Hayward. Tight defense on him. Yep, it counts. Now it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And there's the pass to Hero. For Miami, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Free throw, no good. And Miami making a change here. Nunn's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. He kicks to Williams. Back to Wanamaker. Here's Tatum. That one doesn't drop. 80 that time from Leonard.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
To the left side wing. Releases. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Hero. Here's Walker. lets it go with a three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Goran. How would you say you guys have done in the first half?
I mean, we are battling. We as a team, and if we're gonna play like that, I think so. We're gonna be okay.
We'll see what happens in the second half. Thanks, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Gordon Hayward wasting no time getting hot. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point. It's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. To the middle. It's tipped. Butler with the steal. Robinson passes to Adebayo. Basket counts. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Walker finds Tatum. 6 to shoot. Back to Walker. And he banks in the layup. Walker's got 13.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Nunn passes to Robinson. Good on the bucket.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Outside, Walker. Tatum against Jones. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Nunn. That one goes. Count it. Nunn's got the lead up to 1 now for the Heat.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Right side to Walker. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Hayward on the wing, defended by Butler. And Walker gets it to go on the assist by Hayward. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's none. Rebound, Boston. Walker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Excellent D that time from Jones.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's none. Again, the miss by the Heat. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. At one point, they led by 16. Heat have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. But they'll get another chance. Here's none. Defended by Hayward. None passes to Adebayo. The shot will not fall. So the Celtics will take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That can change things.
Brown against Robinson. He dishes it to Butler. Here's none. 8 points for him. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And let's check out stats for Hayward. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, then 4 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down. He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
None passes to Robinson. Butler against Smart. They get it back. Fades back. And it's Butler missing.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And the way Brown sprints toward the rim makes defenses nervous. He's so adept at drawing contact on his way to the bucket.
The Celtics have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And he makes the first. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as
both
a big.
ends of the floor. I totally agree.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Now let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. In fourth, the Celtics.
you know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
The Heat trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Butler. That doesn't go either for Butler.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And stolen by Hayward. Over in the corner, Brown. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Nunn. He's got 8. Back to Butler to end the run. Cranes the three-pointer. Butler's got 18 points.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Smart. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Heat trail by 12. Here's Nunn. Dishes it to Butler. Over Hayward. Shot's good by Butler. Butler's got 20.
He has the ideal attitude you want in a swing man. But Butler gets in a good position, take it on the D, and just winning that battle.
Hayward outside. Back to Brown. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
Here's Nunn. 8 points for him. Right side Robinson. Down low. 5 on the clock. Here's Iguodala. No good on the shot. Good D by Williams. Boston leading by 12. Here's Smart. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Smart's got 4 points this quarter.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Fires from the line, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
You know, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Williams passes to Hayward. To the paint. Here's Brown. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Nunn. He's got 10. There's the dish to Robinson. On deep. It doesn't go for him.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Nice shot by Smart.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Nunn. Guarded by Smart. Nunn can't get it to fall. Celtics leading by 16. Smart deciding where to go with it. The Celtics keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Smart. Smart against Iguodala. Passes it to Nunn. The tray. Good on the three-point shot. Nunn's got 13 points.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Over in the corner, Brown. Here's the three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Nunn. He's got 13. 1:57 left to play here in the third. Count that one.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Brown finds Canner. Now Smart. And slam dunk by Smart.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Here's Nunn. He's got 15. Olynyk high post. On the wing, it's Iguodala. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
The free throw drops for Iguodala.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Walker's checked in for Boston. And Iguodala drops them both.
Andre Iguodala about as reliable as it gets. Steve Kerr calls him the adult in the room.
Hayward, the shot's good on the assist by Walker. Hayward's got 20.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Stolen by Walker. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Offensive rebound. Hayward looking around, goes up again. Off the left rim and out. The Heat trail by 13. Now here's Iguodala. Some solid defense from Brown. In the corner, it's Hayward. Cantor trying to free himself up. Hangs, and he sinks the layup. And the Celtics lead by 15.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Walker. There's the double team with Walker. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Hero passes to Olynyk. Clock is at 3. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Olynyk's got 6. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And as we head into the fourth. We'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Jones is out there with Myers-Leonard. Then there's Dragic, and it's Hero in at the 3 spot.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Near the 3-point line, it's Dragic, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 8 rebounds in this game. Hayward passes to Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
A terrific athlete at that wing with good balance. Tatum, fun to watch.
Here's none, guarded by Walker. And here's Dragic. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Celtics. Cantor's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Shots good by Hero.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. Pass to Cantor. And here's Walker outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Walker's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Dragic against Hayward. And yes, it's good. 14 points for Goran Dragic.
Got to respect the mid-range play of Goran Dragic right there. The left-handed point guard strokes it well.
Williams is checked in for the Celtics. Outside Tatum. Pass to Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Goran Dragic.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the strike.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Hero. Defended by Hayward. Butler, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Walker. Count it. Walker's got 7 now in this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Dragic against Walker. No good from Dragic. Celtics leading by 20. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Here's Dragic. Hero passes to Jones. Butler feeling out of it. Kicks it to Dragic. To the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hero. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Hayward's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Tatum. Good work defensively by Jones.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And when he gets inside, Butler's not going to be denied. Tremendous focus down low.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Outside Williams. To the inside. And Walker gets it to go on the assist by Williams. Walker's got 16 points here in the second half. The Heat trail by 20. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now Butler. Inside. There's the double team with Walker. It's blocked, and he gets it back. And he's able to get it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Timeout called the Heat. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Adebayo passes to Jones. Outside Dragic. Shoots the three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? I mean,
no, it can't be.
Well, I don't know if...
I mean, if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys. But as the season goes on, you just got to see that.
Robinson's checked in for Hero. And so Tatum nails them both. Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Dragic kicks to Butler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Butler is just hard to guard inside. Really good at using his body to create contact against the defense at the basket.
No good on the free throw. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to that like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Back to Dragic. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. 11 feet away. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Dragic dishes to Hill. The pass to Butler. From the baseline. Yep, that one goes. Butler's got 10 points here in the second half.
And this is Butler's bread and butter. The mid-range J is on point. Got to D him up better than that.
Here's Wanamaker, defended by Butler. And that one is off. And it's Miami the other way. Right side, Dragic. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Heat. Dragic with it. Williams picks him up. Passes it to Crowder. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Wanamaker. Outside Williams. Outside Green. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Rockets the pass to Silver. He kicks it to Crowder. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
This is to Williams. Edwards inside. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's the break. The feed to Iguodala. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Well, he fights through some aggressive defense. Iguodala using those broad shoulders and not taking no for an answer.
Pass to Edwards. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, but after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Dragic kicks to Hill. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. No good from Dragic.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Now the pass to Williams. Outside, Green. Fires the three. Buries it from three-point range. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Iguodala.
Using his height perfectly on the inside. Iguodala making the D get physical with his play.
Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation, to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
To the middle, and Williams with the stuff.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Passes to Nunn. Feeds it to Leonard. To the inside. Unloads. And again, it's the Heat missing. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Edwards passes to Williams. Outside Williams. Now here's Edwards. He's covered closely. And it's Miami with the rebound. Outside Hill. And finished off by Leonard.
One thing you notice about Leonard, he shouldn't be just a good outside shooter. He has the wingspan and verticality to be a factor at the rim.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Walker.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. This one for three. A three-pointer is right on target.
And the arc Iguodala has on his three-point shots, almost like he's drawing rain from time to time.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Ojale passes to Williams. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Nunn. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.